Things are falling apart on purpose. Whatever right now is crumbling, is falling apart, is not working out, whatever in your life is currently not going as planned is on purpose. It is happening because you are one of the chosen ones. You are here to live in a higher timeline, at a higher frequency. You are here to awaken to a higher level of consciousness. And what you are holding on to, what you are currently holding your value, your worth in, is holding you back, is stopping you, is blocking whatever magic you are meant to bring through to this earth. Yes, you. If you found this video, this is true for you. If this is not resonating, if this does not feel right, you do not have to continue to listen. But if this intrigues you, if you feel like I'm speaking to you, if you know that you're holding on really tightly to things in your life, that you're really trying to make it work, that you're really trying to prove something, that you're trying to find the answers, that you're trying to figure it out, continue to listen to this video because I'm going to help you see how easy it gets to be. Because if there is any truth, it is that you are divinity. You are pure divine love and light. And the easiest thing in this world for you to do is be you. But your worthiness is blocking you. Your level of worth in yourself, what you are putting value in your life, in your way of being, in the validation you get from others, is what is creating your reality. So, why things have been hard for you, why it has felt like things just keep falling apart, like nothing's working out, like you have to keep showing up and being so resilient and going through all of these tests. The universe, let's just get this straight. The universe isn't wasting its time testing you. The universe is just trying to wake you up. The universe, your highest self, God, the divine source, all see, know, and are you. They know how divine you are. They know how limitless you are. They know that you are choosing and creating your own suffering. And it is a part of this human journey, and we all do it. It is a part of it. But if you are finding this, it is because it now gets to be easier. The challenges are still going to happen. And the higher you let your frequency rise, the more and more you're going to see the things around you that are and aren't meant for you. But the good news is that your frequency, your true, innate, sacred frequency, the energy, the frequency, the vibration that you feel best in, your essence, your aura, your energy is the greatest boundary, because when you are in that frequency, you can only experience what is a vibrational match for that. So anything that doesn't match your best frequency, the energy that you want to be in, is simply going to have to work itself out. So it may be situations, circumstances, people, relationships, whatever it is, it will work itself out on its own. You don't have to do anything other than root and ground and anchor into what feels best for you, into the light and love that you are. If you are anchored in light and love, if you are anchored in your truth, in your power, in your magic, if you are following your intuition, if you are following the frequency and the energy and the divine guidance that is always here for you, you will see that everything that you have dreamed of, everything that you've desired to feel, to experience, to express, just starts to naturally, innately happen and appear because you're in the frequency of it. All of the work, any work you've done to heal, to manifest, to grow, to evolve, whatever it is, has all been on purpose, and it's all going to start to pay off now. And for some of you, I'm feeling and I'm hearing that there's a lot of you that it already is, but there's still one or two areas in your life where things are still not flowing, where you are still resisting, where you are resisting how good it gets to be, where you are resisting living limitlessly, where you are holding on to ways of being out of fear because your worthiness is telling you that you need to. So let's just take a relationship, for example. Maybe you are finally following your passion, your purpose. You're having a lot of career opportunities come to you. Your health is thriving. You have great friendships and connections, and you're doing things with your days that you love. But when it comes to relationship, like romantic relationship, you can't find your person, or you're with your person, but there's an energy block. It's just not flowing. Things feel like they're falling apart or aren't working out for you. How worthy do you feel of your love, of your time, of your attention, of your intimacy? We can't expect the world to give us what we won't give ourselves. So if you aren't willing to give yourself the love, the attention, the affection, the appreciation, the validation that you seek and search from the outside world, from friendships, from relationships, from partnerships, from coworkers, anything, if you aren't willing to give that to yourself, how do you expect others to give it to you if you can't even see your value? And the thing is that most people do see our value more than us, but this is why the universe isn't fully, it feels like the universe isn't fully giving you what you want. It is giving you everything you're asking for. But if you are showing up and not taking care of yourself, not because the universe speaks in frequency and energy, your highest self, your superconscious mind, the divine speak to you, guide us through frequency and energy, through what we are feeling in the now. So in the now, if we are being guided to do things for ourselves and then we aren't listening, that's on us. We are getting what we want, what we're asking for, but we are choosing to do with it what we don't want to do. We're getting the guidance, we're getting the awakenings, we're seeing where things aren't working out, we're seeing where relationships or ways of being aren't aligned, but we aren't doing anything about it. And we're still asking why we aren't getting what we're wanting. We are feeling like everything around us is falling apart. Again, because it's meant to. The higher your frequency rises, the more it is going to feel like things aren't working out, like things are falling apart, like you need to do more to hold on to what you want. But the truth is that what you think you want is most likely not what you really want. Now hear me out on this, because I'm just channeling all this right now. So what I'm hearing is that what we want is always what we feel we need in the moment, based in where our beliefs and our worthiness is around who and how we are, and what we need to get so that we can be seen, valued, validated, appreciated, loved, whatever, all of it, right? So the more that we stay focused on the wanting, on the seeking, on the searching, on the trying to figure out how to make our dreams come true, we're going to stay in that reality. The more, as I've been saying in all the recent videos, the more that we stay focused on what we think our problems are, what we think we need to fix, what we need to figure out, we're going to keep being in that reality, in that timeline of doing the inner work, of figuring it out, of finding ourselves, of becoming ourselves. If you are finding this video, if you are seeing this and this is resonating, it is because you are one of the chosen ones who's here to work for the divine consciously. And it's time for you to wake the fuck up to the fact that you are more powerful, more magical than you can ever comprehend. And all you have to do is be here now and be who and how you want to be, to raise your frequency and your energy and feel worthy of what meets you there. So if you've ever had a time, and I went through this a lot recently, where I was doing a lot of things, finally showing up for myself, finally showing up and following through for myself. And my trust in myself was starting to rise, which we'll get into in a second. My trust in myself was starting to rise, my frequency, my energy, my belief in myself. I was starting to see more of my light. But then any time that I would feel things start to work out outside of me, my ego would freak out. But what if we're seen? What if we're criticized? We aren't ready. We aren't worthy. What if we put out too much and then people rely on us? Like, what if we let them down? All of my insecurities and all of my shit started to come up. But that is the point. That is the point. Only what came up, everything that came up for me, the higher my frequency rise and the more my light shined, the more I was seen, the more I put myself out there authentically, vulnerably, truthfully, intimately, the more I saw everything that I needed to let go of, the more I saw everything that wasn't true, where I was holding my value, where I was holding my worth. And the beliefs and the bullshit, the stories that I was still telling myself about what was going to happen. And again, as I've been channeling a lot lately, our imagination is the most powerful thing that we can tap into and use for our benefit. We are always imagining something. We are always in our minds. It's not gonna not happen, that we're not gonna be thinking about the future and the way things are gonna go. But humans spend so much time doing all of this work to try and manipulate and create and problem solve and predict how we want the future to be, when really all that's doing is limiting us, because we are creating those ideas and those projections and those imaginations based in the memories of the past. So we're creating our future based in the past, instead of what we should be doing is being here now, being in the frequency and the energy that we want to be, doing what we want to do, and allowing this now moment to roll into the next. As I do a lot of work with my clients one-on-one, is we do a lot of getting really clear, scripting, visualizing, being in the energy and the frequency of your dream reality, of your dream identity, of who and how you are at your best, so that you can start to create new memories before they even happen, because that's all that imagination is, right? Like, everything from the past is only here if you bring it here. It is gone. It doesn't exist. What happened to me when I was 5 is only here if I bring it here now. Yes, it shaped me. It affected me. It brought me here. It's a part of my journey. It's a part of my alchemy and my magic. We all have it. We all have alchemy. We all have good and bad and stories and situations and all sorts of things that have happened to us. But we are here to be the superconscious creators and alchemists of our reality. You here hearing this, you are here to be a superconscious creator of your reality, alchemizing everything that you have within you when you need to. And that's the key, is that you don't need to know until you're there. As you focus on being who you want to be now, on seeing your worth, seeing your value, seeing your truth, and creating a reality that you love, as life bumps into you, as it will, as life happens, because we chose to come and have this human experience. We are here, yes, as souls in these human bodies, but we chose to do it all. We chose to be divine, having a human experience, right? And so we need to value and honor that, and love what we have been through, and be grateful and proud of the journey that we've had, because we've all been through it, and we've all proven our resilience. And we can sit here and shame and blame and guilt and want for things to be different, but they can't be. They are what they are. But you can change your perception. You can change your story about it. You can rewrite your past if you want to. The only one that can stop you is you. You just have to live in the now, is be here now, being who you want to be, living and creating a life that you want to live by living it, and seeing more and more your worthiness in it. But we need to recode ourselves, to rewire our neural pathways, to really truly become who we see ourselves being when we go into the visualizations and meditations, any work that you've done, any scripting, whatever it is, vision boards, any of it. It all has a purpose and power. But right now, if you're seeing this, it's time to stop doing the work and be the version of you that you worked so hard for. Be the version of you that you have dreamed of being. Be your dream self. This is how I became my dream self, is I had to call myself out and see that I was just so addicted to doing the work, to doing the meditations, to doing the visualizations, to imagining the day when my dreams started to come true, instead of starting to show up and be the version of me that was enjoying it, that was doing it, that was in the part of my journey at the beginning of it, of showing up as the YouTuber, as the podcaster, as the coach that I wanted to be, as the girlfriend, as the version of me that I wanted to be in every role that I was playing in my life, because we're still going to have these roles in these relationships. But you being you is the most powerful thing you can do. You being you is what you are here to do. And to go back to the boundaries part, the more that you are in the frequency and energy that is truly innately sacredly you, which only you can know what that is. And it's when you just feel and flow, when you're authentic, when you feel good, when you're playing with reality, when you're loving your life and yourself. Again, what will be able to meet you in that energy, if you stay in that energy, is for you. But the trick is that when you're at this frequency, if you are still holding on to things that are not for you at that frequency, beliefs, ways of being, behaviors, whatever it is, if you're still holding on to ways of being, and they're going to either pull you back down, and you're going to have to lower your frequency to go back into that belief, that pattern, that way of being, that relationship, whatever it is, you're going to have to lower your frequency and meet that, whatever it is, in that energy. But what you are now being called to do and awaken to is how powerful you are and how easy it is to instead anchor into the light, anchor into your truth. The hardest thing that you are doing and that you have done in your life, this is what I was channeling this morning. The hardest thing that we do as humans is not love ourselves. We do so much work to not love and be who we are. We do so much work to not just enjoy being ourselves, the innate, sacred, authentic version of us that no one else can be, that only you can know the frequency of, because it feels like home. It feels right. It feels aligned. Yes, in the beginning, it feels uncomfortable because it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because the world is crumbling around you because you're not holding on to it anymore, but you don't want to hold on anymore. It's time to let go and just allow whatever's meant to be in your reality to naturally, easily, effortlessly be there, to have people in your life that see you, that love being around you when you are at your highest and best, that enjoy your frequency and energy, just you in that moment, that don't expect or need you to be anyway. You want to have the opportunities and the things in your life happening that serve you, loving yourself, living your life, trusting yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. If you are with a child and they're thirsty and you don't have water, you can't give that to, you can't give them water. If you have nothing to drink, you can't give that to them, right? The same goes with our energy and frequency, but yet we can't seem to understand that. There's so many of us that are here that have spent our lives knowing that we're here for more. So working so hard to find our worthiness, to find our enoughness, to find proof that we are worthy of helping and healing others, so that then maybe one day we can help and heal ourselves, when really we've got to do it the other way. And we have done everything we can to give everything to everyone else without giving it to ourselves. And that's why we're all so burnt out. It's not because we're wrong. It's not because we don't have magic to share. It's just that we need to give it to ourselves first. And the more that we overflow ourselves with love and light and joy and bliss and happiness, we can't not raise the consciousness of this planet, which is, again, why you're here and why this video found you. This video found you to let you know that everything is falling apart on purpose. and all you have to do is let it go. And everything that is falling apart is going to get better. It is all going to get better. It is always this or better. Then I know that can be hard sometimes when things feel really hard and when there's things that you really love that you feel like just aren't working out, or people or relationships. But it's because you are showing up in a way that is not healthy for you anymore. And you know that. And your soul knows that. And your soul knows your power and your purpose, because your soul is you. It is the true you. And it is trying to wake you up to the fact that it gets to be easy, that you get to have fun now, that you get to enjoy this new earth frequency. So I know a lot of you are aware of this new earth frequency, this heaven on earth that we now and really always have had access to, but it's becoming more and more spoken of, more and more known. There's more awareness of the higher consciousness that we can now tap and tune into. And you wouldn't still be listening to me and resonating with this message if this didn't mean you. So right now, all you need to do is breathe. Right now, just breathe. Like right now, breathe fully inhaling into your belly and fully exhaling out. Fully inhaling through your nose and fully exhaling through your mouth. Doing this at least 5 times, allowing your nervous system to calm, allowing yourself to connect and calibrate to here and now. Just feeling yourself breathing, feeling your heart beating. You have done so much. Your body has done so much all day, every day to get you here. And it's time now for you to enjoy all of what you have done. And if you feel any shame, any blame, any regret, all of those feelings are, again, what are stopping and blocking you from fully enjoying and embodying your 5D frequency and your self-mastery and enjoying this new earth reality that you can live. You will still experience the third and fourth dimensions and all the levels of consciousness, but the higher we allow our consciousness to rise and the more time we spend connected to the divine, the more time we spend in the now, feeling frequency and energy, the more we're just bringing light and love, truth to the lower densities. Instead of lowering our frequency, we're there shining the light that we are. We're there giving the medicine, the energy, the awakenings that we're here to give. Where it starts right now, what I'm hearing, wherever you are in your ascension journey, right now, all you have to do is choose to be as present with yourself as possible. There's a lot of ways that the divine, that your highest self, that your superconscious mind are trying to lead and guide you through frequency and energy, which is our first language. All of the trying to figure it out, all of the trying to conceptualize and give logic to things and know where something's going to take you, we're done with that. All of that will be useful as it's needed. Our minds aren't going anywhere. We're still going to try and figure everything out. But now it's time to focus on the energy, on the frequency, on what is guiding you in the now, what feels right, what feels natural, what feels innate. What are you curious about? Like there's new things here for you. And that's again why things are falling apart, because your frequency has been rising. You have been shifting. And the only reason that you aren't fully getting what you want, that you aren't fully feeling like you've moved out of the dark night of the soul or however you see it, is that you are holding on to what is falling apart, that you're trying to still make the things that you aren't meant to be doing anymore work for you, that you have value and worth tied up, entangled in belief patterns and systems, in connections and relationships that are no longer aligned. And all of that has got you here. It has all happened as it's meant to. if it was meant to happen any differently, it would have. But now you are waking up, and it's time even more. I know a lot of you are already very awake, but another thing that I'm feeling called to bring through is that those of us that have been very awake, very conscious over the last decade, we are making it harder than anyone else on ourselves because we know we know we're doing it, and we think we know all the right ways, and we know the mantras, and we know the meditations, and we know the practices and all of those things. You've got to let all of that go. Whatever is now going to serve you will be easy. You'll want to get on your yoga mat. You'll want to do that mantra work. You'll want to go to a breath work class. You'll want to write a book. You'll want to dance. You will just want to. The energy and frequency will lead you to it. It's not I got to figure out the right practice that I do so that I can be the good spiritual being or leader or whatever it is that you are trying to be. None of that is working in the 5D. The 5D, the new earth frequency, the 6D, these higher levels of consciousness that are right here for you to tap and tune into, just want you to breathe. They want you to be present, to be here, to make the most important thing that you do in a day connecting to you, because that is where your power lies, is in becoming very intimate with yourself and trusting yourself. That's the only thing that is missing right now, is your trust in you. Because if you trusted you when you had the ahas, when you wanted to go after the thing, when you wanted to say the thing, to do the thing, to let go of the thing, you just would. If you trusted yourself, you're like, this is no longer for me, and I trust this feeling and this intuitive hit, and I'm just going to let it go. If you trusted and were so intimate with yourself that you gave yourself the love and the attention, the validation, the appreciation, the safety, the security, the everything that you have been seeking and searching for, if you gave all of that to yourself, then everything else becomes so easy, because you don't need for anything from anyone else. And that we're not saying that there isn't then so much power and magic and breakthroughs that are coming through community and unity and connection with others, but they're coming through you showing up as the whole happy, sacred energy, frequency, vibration that you are here to be, that is attracting those connections, those people that are here to be in your 5D reality, that are here to play with you in this new earth, in this heaven on earth. The new earth, heaven on earth, it is all just levels of consciousness and our perception, our paradigm, how we are choosing to perceive and conceive the world around us. Everything is neutral. We give it meaning. So the more that we can see the beauty and the bliss and the oneness and live in that and be examples of that, the more you will be rewarded and supported, because the divine God, the universe, support and reward us taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves. That is your purpose here. Your greatest purpose here is to take care of yourself, because if you take care of yourself on all levels, then you aren't draining from anyone else. And imagine if we lived in a world where everyone took care of themselves first, and then everyone was just overflowing with love and magic and gratitude, because we aren't exhausting ourselves trying to people please and prove and perform. Imagine what that would be like. That is the new earth. That is heaven on earth. That is what it feels like. We are here in love and bliss and oneness and happiness. And then we start to tap into the 60, into imagination and limitless possibilities and potential and creation, and while still being in these human bodies. And that is the power of the human body. Okay, we're going deep in this one. So this is, again, the way that I channel it. Hi, I'm Courtney, and I channel divine source energy. And this is how and what I'm channeling right now for you whenever you're hearing this. The way that I have been shown it, that has really changed everything for me, just even in this last couple of weeks. Our physical bodies are our anchors. There are anchors, there are homes, there are roots in this earth, in this universe, but on Earth, which we chose to come and be on. We chose to come and be here in Earth School. So these physical bodies that we are in, our souls came into, we collapsed down into the density of being human, which gravity and space and time keep us here. As long as we're meant to be in these physical bodies, they're going to keep us grounded and rooted in the 3D, in the dimension of separation, of manipulation, of control. And then we have our emotional and mental bodies that are in this 4D energy, that are in that place and space of like healing and fixing and problem solving and figuring it out. And, we've stored a lot of memories and traumas and dramas, and also celebrations and good memories too. But then we have our energetic being, our light being, our spiritual self. Vin, my cat, Divinity, says hi. Hi, Vin. Do you want to come say hi to the people? I haven't shown him yet. He's going to get angry. He doesn't like to be held. Vin, here's your debut on YouTube. Say hi. Let's show him how pretty you are. He doesn't like to be held. He likes to be pet, and he likes to be on the chair beside me when I record these. But yes, his name is actually Infinity Divinity. And he's a very, very special being. Okay, so let's rewind for a second. Where was I? Our spiritual bodies, our energetic bodies, our super conscious mind, are the divinity in us. Funny that that's when divinity shows up. And we need to stop resisting that divinity. We need to stop resisting that we are divinity. Those of us that are awake and aware of the divine need to start to own that we are the divine, that we, at our core, our truth, our power, our magic, the innateness, the sacredness of us is divine, pure love and light. Every single human being. We are all consciousness. We are all oneness. But we came here to have these individual experiences. And the more that we allow ourselves to own that, to enjoy it, to express and expand and evolve in all ways, that is what we are being called to. So everything that is falling apart for you is all because it is actually everything working out for you. Because if you look right now at anything in your life, anywhere in your life where things don't feel like they're working out, where you feel like things aren't going your way, or things are really hard, or you're not getting what you want, are you truly in those areas with those things? Are you showing up as yourself? Is it really what you still want? Are you in that relationship being the version of you that you want to be? You're really wanting to come talk to us today. Divinity, come here. Why? What do you have to say to the people? Oh. Okay, you just want to be in control. You don't want me to hold you. There. What do you got to say? Sorry. Okay, so back on track. We've got to stop resisting divinity. We have to start listening to the divine. And how we listen to the divine is being here, divinely aligned, right on time, which is always when and where you are. Being divinely aligned right on time is just being here now, feeling the frequency and energy, letting it lead, letting things fall apart, letting go, knowing that anything and everything that isn't working out for you isn't meant to. And it's only because it is better. It is always this or better. And it's not to say that now isn't great. So be where you are, appreciate where you are, enjoy where you are. Know that it is always this or better. When we start to see reality as like, this is the best, it is, but it only gets better from here. So we stop trying to fix and problem solve and figure out the problems of the past. We allow ourselves to accept things as they are and start to just enjoy reality, enjoy being here now, being conscious, being awake, being aware of what we're choosing, of what we're doing, instead of numbing and running and hiding and avoiding. can almost guarantee you that anywhere in your life where things aren't working out for you, where things feel hard for you, you are also most likely the things in your life that are stressing you out, that are causing you to want to do the habits or the behaviors or whatever limitations you are choosing in your life that aren't working for you. It is all because you are resisting the fact that you get to easily, innately, effortlessly be you. As soon as you can truly understand that all you have to do is be true to yourself, is trust yourself, is show up for yourself, I promise you, once you start to understand that and live like that, having your worthiness be that you are worthy of living limitlessly, which means enjoying now, expecting that everything is going to be better than you can dream of. You want to be on my chair. We've never done this before if you're new here. Vin is insisting that he is right here, taking up like 90% of the chair right now. So I am taking this as a sign that the divine is truly coming through in this video for you, trying to tell me and you how true this is. That as soon as we allow ourselves to receive the fact, the truth that we are divinity, that we are worthy, that we get to enjoy our reality and start to live as we want to, everything will be given to us that we need. We don't want it all. We don't need it all, but we do get to enjoy these realities. And the more that you allow yourself to live as you want to love as you want to be who you want to, the more divinely compensated you will be. And I have learned this firsthand. The more that in the last, especially couple months, the more that I have just let the frequency and energy lead, let the divine guide me, let the energy that is speaking to me in the now guide me, the most incredible things have happened. Mind blowing. All things that I could have never predicted and imagined. But all of the things that I have felt inspired to do, that I have felt called to do, that I felt drawn to do, have led me there. So your dreams, your desires, your wishes, your wants are all a part of it. They're all guiding and leading you. So follow the urges, follow the callings, follow the things that feel good to you, but open, let go, let things crumble so that it can be even better than you can imagine, so that the divine can show you new, exciting things. Anywhere in your life where you feel uninspired, where you feel stuck, where you feel like you're not getting what you're here to do, it is only because you are not creating space for the divine to come through and show you. You're not allowing time in your schedule to go to that class you want to go to, or time in your schedule to read the book or go for a walk without social media or devices so that you can actually hear the divine, right? We need to start to give ourselves time with ourselves. And how that looks is going to be different for all of us. And only you can know what that is. To wrap up this message today, that is totally different, as the best ones always are, than I expected in the beginning, what I'm really seeing from what I just channeled through, and you take what resonates for you. Whatever hit, whatever resonated, whatever feels true for you, that is your truth. And that's all you need to do. What I am taking from this, from the first message that I channeled in the beginning, because that's what I do. I sit here in the beginning and I connect to the divine before I hit play or record and ask for how I'm starting this video. And today it was everything is falling apart on purpose. And now I am seeing why. It is all, he's moved now. It is all falling apart so that we can have more space, more availability, more awareness, more consciousness of divinity, of what is speaking to us through frequency and energy. And the more that we allow all parts of us to be happy and healthy, we will feel whole, because we are whole, but we need to allow ourselves to feel that and be worthy of that. And then we will just innately raise the consciousness of this planet. I hope that this gave you some peace of mind And what I'm hearing is that you heard this today because it's time to be fully honest with yourself. And there are still ways that you are not letting go, that you are not letting go of needing to know. You're not letting go of trying to prove or please or figure out or problem solve, that you're still holding on to needing validation or a fear of rejection, of abandonment, of embarrassment. None of that is going to happen. The more that you let go and you just let what's not for you fall apart in a way, the more you will see as your frequency rises how much magic and power and divinity is within you that will call to you. You don't have to chase, you don't have to hustle, you don't have to seek and search. The more that you let go, the more magnetic you become. The higher your frequency rises, the more easily and effortlessly you draw to you everything that is for you. And then you will see what you're here for. It will just make sense. You will naturally, innately just do what you're here to do. And all of a sudden, you'll be living a life beyond your wildest dreams. You'll be living a life you love, that you're obsessed with, that you love waking up to. But you found this video found you because you need to be honest with yourself and then start to show up for yourself so that you can trust yourself and hear yourself and do what you want to do. Let it fall apart. Let go. How good would it feel to just let it go? To stop trying to figure it out, to stop trying to make it work, to stop feeling like you're the one that has to do all the work to make things work. That's what I've been going through a lot with my clients recently, is that they're all having all of these breakthroughs and all of these ahas and seeing and being their dream identity, but there's still one or two relationships or one or two ways in their lives where they're still holding on to their old ways of being. And the more that we see ourselves being the old versions of us, we can either just call ourselves out and end it, or we can use it against ourselves. And that's what I was seeing with a couple of people, was they were starting to use it against themselves instead of just being like, you're clearly seeing where the problem is. How good would it feel to let go? To just let go of needing to figure it out? Because there really are no problems. There's just that we think that things need to be different than they are. And when we allow things to just be as they are, even if that means it's not in your life anymore, it's falling apart, it looks different, you're now in the unknown, trusting the divine is going to compensate you, it will. If you allow yourself to feel worthy of that. You have to feel worthy. If you don't feel worthy of abundance, if you don't feel worthy of living your dream life, if you don't feel worthy of receiving everything you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams, if you don't believe that that's true for you, then that's going to be the reality that you create. But I'm again telling you, you wouldn't be here listening to me. You wouldn't have clicked play on this video and still be listening if something in this wasn't resonating as true. And it doesn't need to logically, it actually shouldn't logically make sense. We created words, humans created words. And honestly, right now, the level of consciousness that is available to those of us that are here to be in the new earth and create our own heaven on earth, it's so about frequency and energy and just doing what we want to do without having to explain it, without needing to know, without needing to prove it, which can make it kind of complicated for people like me that are trying to get everyone to understand this, because it really is true. But I had to live it first before I could even comprehend how I shared this with you. So again, know whatever is resonating is true, whatever energy, frequency, vibrations you're feeling, whatever you're feeling called to do, just trust that. Don't make sense of it. Don't figure it out, but see where most likely even now you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out what I'm even saying to you, what that means. It will show itself. Know that this video is going to have awakened you to a higher level of consciousness. And now things are going to start to process, and the divine is going to start to show you. It's going to start to show you where you aren't free. Let it go and expect unexpected miracles. I know as humans, we aren't going to get rid of expectations. So something that I like to do is just expect unexpected miracles every day. Expect whenever anything isn't going my way, it's only because an even better unexpected miracle is about to come through. It's way more fun than using your imagination to worry, to stress, to try and figure it out. Just saying. Okay. I love you. Thank you again. Say hi to Vin, and I'll see you in the next video.